Okay, I have some June favorites for you. I don't really do monthly favorites, but I'm gonna try. And I think the main reason is that like I kind of already have my favorites. You know what I mean? Like I end up with my favorites, and it takes a while for something to replace something. So these might be sporadic, but just know that when they happen, they're really favorites. Okay? So we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna start off with the first that is an absolute, like it's been life changing for me. I'm gonna have too much to say about it. Bro, the Swede lash serum has changed my life completely. I was extremely skeptical of lash serums when they first started happening because a lot of feedback that people talked about like on the internet, a lot of feedback that I was hearing was pigment. It was causing pigment. It was causing like dark circles underneath people's eyes. I think there were also just like irritation and all that kind of stuff. Now there was an ingredient that was in a lot of those original lash serums like Latisse. And I know that a lot of people had really good results from them, but I already have dark circles. I've already got dark circles. I don't need more pigment. And so the risk didn't seem to outweigh the potential benefits of those lash serums. I'm trying to look up prostaglandin, I think was the one. Now, the Swede lash serum does not contain any of this stuff. It's basically just like skincare. It's like peptides and stuff. I want to tell you exactly what's in it. Now, I had been hearing from a few of you left comments because I was complaining about my lashes. My lashes have never been like super impressive, but they weren't like horrible. The biggest problem is that they've never held a curl on their own. They've never been able to like stay up on their own. You know what I mean? Impotent. And no matter how much I curled them, it just like wouldn't happen. So I basically had to rely on waterproof mascara, which, you know, can be a little harsh. The removal process can be a little bit harsh on your lashes. So I was receiving comments from like a couple of you suggesting the Swede lash serum, and finally it prompted me to look into it. And basically the ingredients are, it's described as nutrient rich blend of peptides, vitamins, and hair loving botanicals. Which, like, you know, I'm always pretty skeptical about that type of thing. Like, you just don't, it's like, if it's not, you know, a dangerous thing, like the prograstulation or whatever the fuck it's called, is it gonna work? You know what I mean? So it's got, I'm not gonna read all these peptides. It's got like myristoyl peptide something 17, peptide 16, biotin, vitamin B7, pumpkin seed extract, hyaluronic acid, panthenol, and hydrolyzed keratin, which I was like, okay, those are all like skincare ingredients. Like I can get behind this. I will say that I went a little too hard for a little while, and then I did end up experiencing a little bit of peeling on my eyelids. So follow the rules, follow the instructions. You only really need like a thin line above your lashes. But I'm gonna give you a zoom because it's incredible. Like what has happened. It's incredible. Now I am wearing mascara, which we're also gonna talk about. Look at my lashes. Like, are you kidding me? Have you ever seen these look like this before? Because I haven't. Even my lower lash line, which I do use it on my lower lash line. I think they only say to use it on your upper lash line, so do as they say and not as I do, just in case of like irritation and stuff. But like obviously if it gets in your eyes, it's gonna sting. So like you don't want that to happen. You have to be very, very careful. But oh my God, I'm blown away by the results. Absolutely blown away by the results. It's like absolutely incredible. And it's really allowing me to like wear mascara and not hate mascara. Because for so many years, I've been like, oh, mascara just doesn't work on me. Like, it's just not going to work. Like, I have to use waterproof, you know? And I had this bald spot over here for a really long time that just like wouldn't fill in. And I feel like it's filled in. Like, I can't even tell you how like over the moon I am about this thing. Like, it's so incredible. Swede, I'm obsessed with you and thank you for changing my life. Like, truly. Like, it's amazing. So yeah, I would, if you have been on the fence about the Swede Lash Serum, I highly recommend it. It's not cheap. I get it at dermstore.com. And I think they have some other things. They have them like one specifically for eyebrows, which like I've just put this in my brows, you know? And I think they have one for hair as well. It's like a rolly ball. and maybe like a couple other things. But this is like hands down the most incredible thing that I've ever used ever. Like I'm completely blown away. Like I truly, I feel like I could talk about it and just say that it's amazing for like 2 days straight. So I'm gonna cut myself off now. But yeah, if you have been curious, I mean, I feel like I can't be more of like a billboard for this lash serum. And you guys, I feel like should know that just based on how my lashes have looked for many, many years. At least the last few. Okay, next up, I want to talk about my nails. They're so beautiful. Okay, this portion of the video is kindly sponsored by BT Art Box, which, if you've been following me for a long time, I only wear their nails. Like, that's basically all I wear. That's all I wear. I'm gonna give you a nice zoom of these though, because they look so incredibly gorgeous. Ooh, oh, look at them. Ooh, oh, they're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. Like, look at them. These are like the most perfect, like pale, sort of pink, almost lavender shade. So beautiful. Let's talk about them. So I initially found BT Art Box just on Amazon, and when I was trying to find press-ons, I had switched from wearing gels, and mostly because my natural nails were just like, they're very thin in general, like they're never gonna do this. They're never gonna do this, you know? So I love a press-on. Most press-ons for me, they just like didn't fit my nails properly, my natural nails properly, and a lot of the time I would notice that they were like too domed and that they would squeeze my nails. So when I removed them, my natural nail, like it would hurt, like it would be uncomfortable. So BT Art Box had like a really good amount of like variation in their sizing. So I was able to find nails that actually like fit my nail shape. And I found that they last a really, really good amount of time. One of the things that made me fall in love with the brand is that they introduced me to the tabs. So each one of their like regular press-ons comes with like a little one of these like tabs, the sticky tabs. And what you do with these is you put them on your natural nail and then you apply a little bit of glue and you can put a press-on top of that. And that just protects your natural nail. Like my natural nails are so much healthier when I have that and you're not just putting the like brush on or like liquid glue directly on your nail. They have some of my favorite styles. You guys have seen some of like the ones that I love to wear. These are the X-Coat press-ons in short almond, I believe, but they have this beautiful little like gold by the cuticle. I love these so much. These are kind of like my go-to chic nail. It's like the perfect length, but they don't get in the way. You know what I mean? Like these are a little bit longer and they're a little bit more like fabulous, but these are so beautiful. Also the like more milky white ones that I wear very, very often. Those are some of my go-tos. And then I also have like an ombre style that I really, really love. They just became like, they have my favorite styles that are, they just go with everything. Like they work with every single outfit and they're like a really nice variety of nudes that, that way I can kind of switch it up, but I know that it's going to go with everything that I wear. What I love the most about these is they're super strong. Like the press-ons are super strong. They don't bend, okay? So there's no bending when you apply them. They're gonna last if you apply them correctly, which I will show you a little bit of my process applying these. So these specifically are the X-Coat tips. So these are a collection. They come with different base colors. So here's a like slightly more pink base color. There's like a slightly more cocoa color. This is like the more like whitish color. And what's really cool about these is that like you can do gel on them. Like you can treat these as like a gel base. You can do art on top of them. If you use like the little like UV light, then you can create art and then like cure that and then apply the top coat so that they last really, really well. I just applied the top coat, the clear top coat, and then cured them before applying them because like I said, I like to treat them more as press-ons. And then I just applied them the way that I usually do. So applying the tab to my natural nails, a little bit of the brush on glue on the tab, on the nail, and then I hold, and at least for like 10 seconds, I'd say like maybe like 12, and then just file the tips to make them nice and smooth. And that applying that top coat creates like the most beautiful like gel-like base. It's gonna last forever. Like it looks so beautiful. And what's really nice about these is that the color is the actual nail. Like the whole nail is the color. You're not gonna get any chipping or anything. So they last so beautifully. And my natural nails are going to be like so much more healthy when I remove these because of that tab. So if you have struggled with like false nails, like just absolutely destroying your natural nails, like I highly recommend BT Art Box, the tabs. So they gave me a code, which is Alexandra 10. So you guys can get 10% off if you are curious. And you can go back and look at like literally any of my videos. If I'm wearing falsies, if I'm wearing press-ons, I'm wearing BT Art Box, okay? Like that's the only brand that I ever wear. So if you're curious about them, check them out, go on the website. I can link my favorites down there, including the X-Coat tips if you are curious about this. And I have to say that they're making me like I've been really like curious about doing my own like nail art. And now I'm like, oh shit, I think I have to do it. Like I think I have to do it with these. So that might be happening. Stay tuned. But yeah, anyway, so Alexandra 10 if you want to try them, and check out the website. Like I said, I'll link my favorite styles down below if you've been curious about like what I have been wearing, because I'm not always the best at linking them, but I'm obsessed with these. So thank you to BT Art Box for sponsoring this portion of the video. Now, also speaking of Swede, the Pro Lash Lift Mascara is like a comb, basically. It's kind of strange looking when you first look at it. I know that there are other mascaras like this, but it just basically is like a comb. Okay, and this is a water resistant formula. So this is water resistant, so it is all going to like help hold your lashes up, but it's not waterproof the way like the Clio Kill Lash is. So it's much more gentle to remove. I was actually just live streaming and I was talking about this. If you want to check out my live streams, just go to the little tab on my channel and you can watch those. I upload them after doing them. So if you missed them live, you can go and watch them later. But you still, when you are wearing a full face of makeup, you want to make sure that you are double cleansing so that you are fully cleansing your face. My favorite combination is like a cleansing balm and then like a cream cleanser. It's gentle, but you make sure that you're getting everything off. This mascara will come off just like perfectly fine with that, okay? You don't need to be like, oh my God, I need the most intense cleansing balm of my life to be able to get this like waterproof mascara off. It's not that. So it's much more gentle on your lashes. It feels incredibly lightweight. It kind of has like a little bit of a latex sort of feel to it. So it's a little bit more like flexible, like with your lashes, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel crunchy like a waterproof mascara might feel. So yeah, huge fan of this combination. Like I'm just over the fucking moon about the way that my lashes look. I can't get over it. And I'm probably gonna be talking about it for years to come. So get used to it. Actually, in one of my live streams, I was like showing off my lashes and somebody was like, that's what my lashes look like all the time. And I was like, good for you. Not all of us have been blessed. Okay. Next, Pixie Beauty. I have not used that much from Pixie Beauty. I'm still like relatively new to the brand. I've used their like glowy base, I think in like a couple videos. It's really, really pretty. It is very glowy, and sometimes I use it as like literally just like a illuminator on my cheeks. But I recently went to a Pixie event at their store, which is at the Century City Mall. If you didn't know, they have like this beautiful boutique, which is like an OCD dream. Like everything is so organized. It's really aesthetically pleasing. So this is the H2O skin tint. This is in the shade Cream. Now, I would say this shade isn't necessarily like the most perfect match for my skin tone. However, it is a tint. This is the closest one. I would say it's the second to lightest. The lightest one is like definitely too pink. So I swatched it when I was there at the boutique. But this is basically a sheer tinted water-based like tinted moisturizer. And the way that they say to apply it is apply as you would a moisturizer and pat into skin. So that's exactly how I apply it when I use it. And it is so beautiful. I can't remember if I wore it in a video or if I wore it on a live stream recently, but I'm so obsessed with the way that this makes my skin look. It is So gorgeous. It's really, really lightweight, but it gives you like a really beautiful amount of coverage. Yeah, it just makes the base look stunning. And it is hydrating without being too oily. It's not oily because it's water-based. So it feels really, really nice if you have more oily skin and you need something that's going to like give you some hydration that isn't gonna like dry you out. But it's not going to make your skin look oily. It's not going to like break you out throughout the day. It wears really, really beautifully. So I've been absolutely loving this. And actually, they also gave me a coupon code. Yes, Glow. You can use Glow with Alexandra for 15% off on the website if you are interested. So I haven't tried a ton from Pixie Beauty. I also have some eyeliners, which honestly I probably should have used in today's eye look. Maybe I'll add it. But I love the eyeliners, and then also this skin tint is just like absolutely gorgeous. So I would highly recommend this. And I am very interested in using more from them because they actually have some like eyeshadows and stuff. So yeah, stay tuned if you're interested in Pixie Beauty. And if you're in LA, they literally have a boutique at the Century City Mall on the second floor. It's really beautiful. Okay, Lisa Eldridge. All right, the Marilyn collection. I feel like I think it sold out before I even uploaded my video using it, but I am obsessed with this balm. It is stunningly gorgeous. If you didn't know, Lisa Eldridge collaborated with the estate of Marilyn Monroe to launch a makeup collection around Marilyn's vacation time in Amagansett in the Hamptons. And those are those like incredibly, I have some of the packaging here, actually, let me grab it. That little vacation resulted in some of the most beautiful photos of Marilyn, which you have probably come across, but like absolutely stunning, just like really, really beautiful. Well, I believe Lisa described it as Marilyn off duty. So this is very much like true, this is like where Marilyn meets Norma Jean. And she created a beautiful collection that was, I mean, just perfect, no notes. And part of it was this highlighting balm in the shade Butterfly Light. She has two shades, this one and then a deeper, more bronzy one. I can't remember the name of that. High Key Light? Was it High Key Light or something? I can't remember. Anyway, this, stunning, absolutely gorgeous. Wearing it on my cheeks right now. Such perfection. It was inspired by the fact that Marilyn would wear often Vaseline on her cheeks and on her face for a highlight effect. So this has a very fine pearl in it. It's this really beautiful nude shade, and it very much, it creates that effect without feeling like you're wearing petroleum jelly on your face. You know what I mean? Like it's much more silky, much more, yeah, I would say silky without feeling sticky on the skin. It lasts, it doesn't melt, it doesn't make my face feel oily throughout the day, especially if you're using it strategically. Obviously, don't put it in your T-zone. It's not where it's meant to be put. But I'm obsessed with it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and it works with absolutely everything. Like every blush, every base. You can just apply it with your fingers. I like to apply it with a brush or a sponge, but I've been so obsessed with it. Like it is the most beautiful glow ever. And I dare I say, I like it better than her original illuminator, which I never remember the name of, but it's right here. The Elevated Glow, which I will say, if you don't like the idea of a balmy highlighter, this is probably your best bet because it's a little bit more serumy. It's got less of that like intense glow. They're both gorgeous, obviously, but I think I prefer this because look at that. Like, how could you not? Look at it. Would you look at it? It's stunning. It's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I have been loving this ever since I received it. If you were lucky enough to get your hands on it, I would love to hear your thoughts and your skin type. Like people who have different skin types. If you have dry skin, I can't imagine you don't like absolutely love this product. But also if you picked up any of the other products from the collection because it sold out so damn fast. Like holy crap. And I don't know if it's coming back, like anything is coming back. I feel like they have to. Because I feel like one of the comments that I got pretty often from people when I uploaded that video was like, it's already sold out. What do I do? So yeah, I want to know what you think. And Lisa, is it coming back? Questions. Okay, next up is super random. These are these weight gloves from Amazon. I have no idea. That's the brand on the gloves. They're like these little half gloves. I gotta take my rings off to show you how they fit. But I've purchased like workout gloves in the past, and I don't like when they cover my entire hand because it feels like I'm working out. Like I don't want my glove to get all sweaty. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like, ugh, I don't want that. So I had been looking for like halvesies, basically just like something that's gonna fit this part. This looks really silly. This part of my hand. Because like that's the only place that I need it is like right here so that I'm not getting calluses. Which I just kind of dealt with for a while because I didn't like any of the other gloves, but they're so perfect. And they have like a grippy thing right here. And they're so like out of the way, you know? They're quick, they're easy, they get the job done. They're not giant. They don't have a bunch of straps. Like I hate all those things. So yeah, I'm going to link these down below just because I've been using them and I really, really like them. The one thing I will say, they run very small. So I would say, like, I have giant man hands. Like I say this all the time. I have huge hands and I usually wear like a medium glove. I got a medium and it was so tight. It was like constricting this part of my hand. So I had to exchange it for a large. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Like if you have really teeny tiny hands, you might still want to get like a small instead of an extra small. You know what I mean? But yeah, they're really good. Super simple, random, but I've been enjoying them. And then finally, Diptyque. I posted a rant about this in a short on social media because it's perfect. I love it so much. This is Diptyque's eau de toilette, Le Papier, and it smells so perfect. I've never smelled anything so perfect in my entire life. It literally smells like fresh paper with like a little bit of like a musk from the fresh paper with like a little bit of sweetness and like it smells clean. Like it has all of the things that I've ever been looking for in a perfume, but it's not a perfume. It's an eau de toilette. So it really doesn't last that long, which is really disappointing. It does last a little bit longer if you like spray it on your clothes, but you have to like spray it directly on your clothes. And you gotta give it a good like 4 sprays. This is not the kind of thing that you can like put on your wrists and be like, I'm good for the day. It doesn't work that way, okay? And that's very disappointing, but from what I hear from people, the best scents, these like really soft scents, they just don't last. I did receive some recommendations from people on that rant that I posted of other products that are similar. However, I am quite skeptical. And then somebody actually recommended using like I don't know if it was some kind of like a mixture. Like the only way I can describe this is like, imagine a Duraline for your eyeliner, but for your perfume. That kind of thing. Like that you mix in with this to make it last longer. I don't really know, but I'm assuming that that's going to like change the integrity of the eau de toilette. I really don't know. But oh my God, is this the most perfect scent in the entire world. And I just want to smell like it all the time. All the time. The one thing I will say, I do notice is I do spray it on my clothes. And even when they come out of the wash, which like I really wash my clothes, cause OCD, it still has like a little bit of this scent. So I'm like, maybe it'll just continue to like build up on my clothes over and over and over. And then I'll just smell like it all the time. Like maybe that'll happen. I don't know. Anyway, it's very expensive, but dear God, is it the most perfect scent I've ever smelled in my entire life. This is all I've ever wanted. It's all I've ever wanted. Like this and the Swede Lash Serum. It's all I need in life. I don't need anything else. I'm good. I'm all set. Ow. All right, guys, that's it for my June favorites. Not a ton of stuff, but stuff that I feel extremely passionate about. I don't know if I would say I'm extremely passionate about these, but they serve a purpose and they solved a problem for me. You know what I mean? Other stuff, very passionate. Lots of passion. I'm going to do monthly favorites, but they may be sporadic because, like I said, it takes a minute. It takes a minute for something to become a favorite. So don't expect this monthly. But if I do have monthly ones, you'll see it. Definitely check out BT Artbox if you've been looking for nails. And I have to say, I just live streamed and so many people were asking me questions about these nails. I was like, don't worry, we're going to talk about it. But I did tell you that you had to wait. So They will be linked down below. Don't forget to use my code, which was Alexandra 10. Wait, let me double check. Yep, Alexandra 10 for 10% off. And like I said, I will link my favorite styles down below, including these, because I think they might be my new faves. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you want to see next or whatever, and I'll see you in the next one.